All right. We always say that when you play paddle, almost everything you do is sideways. And yes, I'm not going to change my mind because that's what I do. That's what I teach. That's what I believe on. And I will explain you why I say that you need to be basically sideways most of the time. Mainly it's because if you are lucky enough to have someone in your paddle journey that teaches you that everything that you do happens from your core, yes, and you don't need to have a six pack, you can have a one pack like me and still understand how to move your core. So basically, everything is small rotations because in everything we do, there is always a preparation, a stop, a follow through, which is a rotation, and then you get back to where you started. So, for example, for the strokes, I wouldn't like to see this. Yeah, because this is far from being sideways. You are completely square. And what happens when you are square is if I'm trying to play somewhere there, I rely a lot on my hands because, if I let my hands go through naturally, they will go there. Yes. So, how do I increase the probability of me hitting a good shot? Is by preparing with the core, staying a bit sideways. You see, I took one, two, bam. Yes. Also, when you hit, ideally, you want to transfer your body weight towards the ball. Yes. So if I'm like this, how am I going to transfer my body weight towards the ball? I cannot. But if I understand that being sideways, I'm able to do this. If I want to do this, if I'm going to play a lob, I can transfer my way back. Yeah. But if I'm square, I don't have the option to transfer my weight, forward or back. I mean, you're not going to play like these guys. Yeah. I mean, that is not a movement you should be doing on court, maybe in your bedroom. So for paddle, I want the movement as in, okay, here I choose if I go forward or if I go back. Yeah. Or if I need to change my mind and let the ball pass, well, I'm set to move sideways. If the ball is too fast, I'm set to move forward. But if I'm like this, what happens? If I change my mind to let the ball pass, what am I going to do this? I mean, it's just extremely complicated to play a square. So regarding the strokes, you need to be sideways. Then for the walls, even more. Because for the walls, it's basically the same concept, but because the ball goes through you, you say that you open the door or you give the racket to Pedrito. And when you give the racket to Pedrito, which is behind me, you rotate the core. Then you're going to be able to move better, to read the ball better, yes, to adjust to the ball. And not only that, you're going to have a beautiful rotation towards your shot, a good body shifting towards the ball. Yeah. At the net, same thing. I mean, we always joke with our students that we don't want policemen, yeah, stopping the traffic. So instead, what we want is that your racket is facing the ball as a consequence of your core rotation. Yeah. So you rotate, and then when you step, if I take a picture of this shot, I'm sideways or backhand. I prepare with my core. When I step, as a consequence of that, I'm sideways. Overhead, same thing. Hopefully, you don't play like this, like a Teletubby. Hopefully, you also understand that, okay, the lob is coming, I turn. Yeah, there is a rotation here that happens on your core. So you do that rotation, then of course, when you hit, you're gonna rotate, and then you're gonna be square again. But if they play a lob again, I prepare sideways. So basically, in all these motions I'm showing you, try to be more aware of your sideways position. And lastly, when you serve, same thing, right? I mean, you're not gonna serve. You can, yeah, but this is doesn't feel right to me. More simple, more natural is to be sideways, preparing and driving. Yeah. So basically, you tell me, why wouldn't you play sideways if you get the time or if you get the choice to do it? Of course, at a higher level, you will see a lot of players playing square, yeah, because they don't have time to turn many times. But still, if you become picky about this, they play square, but the rotation is there. Just like in tennis, they don't play like this. Yeah. They play with this hand across them. Why? To turn. So the rotation is there. Because of the time I have, the little time I have, I don't have time to maybe get this position, but still, I want you to turn your shoulders. Yeah. So when you turn the shoulders, you are playing basically a bit sideways. So anyway, play sideways, play semi sideways. If you play open, make sure that there is rotation on your core. Keep it tasty,